Every now and again when I'm driving over that way, I pop in, like. Loads of people go there when the roses are out. It's a beautiful place when all the roses are out. I just walk around the outside, try to put faces to them, and I know some of the names there, and just see what they look like. People will never go away. They'll be there forever.
My granddaughter, she done an article at school on the paper Alpha. Says, can you tell us a little bit about it? Oh, I says, there's not much to tell you. Did you jump from the rig? I says, oh, yeah. Was it high? I says, oh, it was high. He says, how high? Oh, I says, it was high.
When the black water comes from the depths of the Northern Ocean, then will be the beginning of our tribulations.
For as long as man has lived round the borders of the North Sea, he has intermingled his respect for it with fear and hatred. Is it too fanciful to imagine that the small sea towns which border this coast cower from the sea, perhaps as if in race memory of the invaders who came across these narrow seas, the Vikings? Or is it perhaps an awareness that the North Sea gives up its treasure unwillingly, that the men who have fished it for generations know that for them, the North Sea is a widowmaker?
Had ever been built before. From the seabed to the top of the drilling derrick would be 690 feet. The steel had to be protected inside and out by a combination of plastic coatings and electrolysis. Not something you can do in any old totter's yard.
This is one of the most exciting things that's happened to Europe for centuries.
And somehow these cumbersome steel contraptions had to be set afloat and towed 110 miles offshore, and to be set upright and pinned on the ocean bed. On launching day, nobody could guess what might happen next. It was as much religion as engineering. Were designed to withstand waves of 94 feet and winds of 130 miles an hour. In the splash areas, the impact of a wave could be several thousand tons, striking both sideways and downwards at the same time. Floating cranes had to be designed to lift into position units that were heavier and more cumbersome than anything that had ever been lifted before at sea. Nobody knew all the answers. Nobody could hope to think of everything. You could only do your sums and say your prayers. It wasn't expected that they'd ever turn out quite like this. Machinery has bred machinery. Platforms have grown up and out like junkyards on...
The four of us in the rescue craft that night were awarded the George Medal. We accepted the medal on the premise that everybody on the Silver Pit and everybody in the rescue craft that night deserved the George Medal. Even after 25 years, I still live with the Piper Alpha. It's always going to sit with me, it's always going to be there. I can't get away from it and there's no point in trying. And I wouldn't want to now, I wouldn't want to forget about the Piper Alpha.
Piper will never go away. There's always a reminder. I wasn't a good boy the first year. Drinking, digging holes. I started digging a hole in my garden. And I was thinking neighbours were asking the wife what's going on. She'd just leave them. Just got a spade out and started digging. I think by the time I finished digging, I could just see across the top of it. And then I took to the drink. That carried on for nearly a year. To try and deaden it, forget it. It wouldn't go away. And then I went to that survivor's help and that they were on. It took them a long time to get me there, but they kept asking for me. I attended the meetings. I didn't have much to say. They thought that would help talking it out, but it didn't. And then Sue Jane came along. And that helped, yeah. She had been attending the meetings to see if she could get somebody to go and pose a model for her, like. I said, right, I'll do it for nothing. And that was it.
Hi, Bill.
Oh, hello, darling. Nice to see you, is it? Aye. She never asked me now, she just listened. That was good therapy, yeah. great to see the finished thing like that. There was quite a crowd there that day when they unveiled it and all. Yeah. It was a sad time.
Yeah.
See, it was easy to speak to you because you were yourself there and there was no bunch of people sitting around listening.
Yes.
So,
Just us talking about it together and having good times.
especially talking about it.
Yes.
Because we did talk about it a lot. Like
We did. And how does it feel like when you're looking at the central figure?
Oh, no.
Yeah? Does it bring it all back to you?
I said, she could have given me a smaller nose.
It just seemed such a waste of life, all those people. I went back out there again and worked back offshore for another 12 years after the Piper, I think. Maybe I laid the ghost to rest there. And I've given up smoking cigars for the time being.
Off my position in the North Sea. Here we are, Barbara Walsh.
Aye. Yes, I do recognise people here now. And there's me. My goodness, that's me there. Yes, sometimes I think about them and they're always the same age, you know, they're always as they were. You can't imagine them getting old, you know, it's just how you've always knew them, like, and that was the case of it. They stay young in your mind while you grow old.